Morning to all of you. Parth Sharma, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Parth Sharma.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Morning. And yesterday we have seen a relation between refractive index and critical angle. Can you remember? Critical angle and refractive index.
So n equals to 1 upon sin c.
Okay, n equal to 1 upon sin c. Okay, good. Jogit, can you tell me what is the critical angle for air to water to air interface? Water to air interface. Question passes to Praveen. Critical angle for water to air interface. Approximately.
Sir?
Critical angle for water to air interface.
48.15 degrees.
Okay. So next numerical, you can listen me. So yesterday we have seen that if a light is going from water to glass, there will be no total linear reflection. Water is a rarer medium in comparison with what glass. But if the reverse, when light is going from glass to water, light is going from glass to water. So it is going from denser to rarer. Of course, there will be total internal reflection. So what is that angle for that? Light is going from denser to, that means glass to water. Glass to water. Was a board question. Okay, glass to water. Refractive index of glass with respect to air is 3 by 2. Refractive index of water with respect to air is 4 by 3. So light is going from dense to air, there will be PIR. So what is the angle of that? Again, same equation can be used. N equal to 1 upon sin c. N equal to 1 upon sin c equation can be used. Here N means refractive index of is going from glass to water. So refractive index of glass with respect to water, we are right, this is 1 upon sin c. So when light is going from glass to water, denser medium is glass. So its refractive index with respect to rarer medium is to be considered. That is refractive index of glass with respect to water, that is equal to 1 sin c. Refractive index of glass with respect to water is refractive index of glass with respect to air divided by refractive index of water with respect to air. This is equal to 1 upon. Refractive index of glass with respect to air is not given as 3 by 2 divided by 4 by 3 equal to 1 by sin c. This is 9 by 8 equal to 1 by sin c. Reverse. So therefore, sin c equal to 8 by 9. Or c is equal to sin inverse 8 by 9. Sin inverse 8 by 9. And sin inverse 8 by 9 का value है, you can see from the log tables. Otherwise, value याद रखना है. It is 62.7 degree. 62.7 degree. Okay, it is 62. So the value of c is equal to 62.7 degree. So when light is going from glass to water, PIR will take place at this angle greater than this critical angle. That is 62.7 degree. 62.7 degree. I think this point is clear to all of you. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, a very simple question. All of you write in the copy. This is also board question. Write in the copy. Calculate the speed of light in a medium. Calculate the speed of light in a medium whose critical angle is 30 degree. Calculate the speed of light in a medium whose critical angle is 30 degree. बस इतना ही है, length of the question. It was a board question. Calculate the speed of light in a medium whose critical angle is 30 degree. Critical angle is given to you, so you can find out the refractive index. Once you calculate the refractive index, you can relate the velocity equation. Refractive index is velocity in the first medium upon velocity in the second medium. So these 2.2 mark questions. If you are completed, you can tell me the answer. I repeat the question. Calculate the speed of light in a medium whose critical angle is 30 degree. Calculation is very simple one. First, use the equation n equal to 1 upon sine c. Critical angle is given to you, and you can recognize the refractive index. Once you know refractive index, relate with the velocity, so you can get the velocity of light. That means. First point is n equal to 1 upon sine c. This is 1 as that. So n equal to 1 upon sine c, sine 30. So what is the value of sine 30? N equal to refractive index of the medium is 2. Second point is our refractive index is related to velocity, but refractive index is related to velocity of light in air upon velocity of light in that medium. So this is V is equal to C by N. C value is not given as number of A, first medium divided by value will be equal to 3 by 2, 1.5 of A. The 2 mark question, very simple one. Completed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next is we are going for applications of total internal reflection. There are 4 to 5 applications, all are equally important, very, very important applications of TAR. First thing is that application number 1, we call it as the brilliance of diamonds. Brilliance of diamonds. Diamonds are very costly. We are going for ornaments of diamonds. Diamond jewelries are very costly. When you take a piece of diamonds, whenever that a piece of diamond, just like a stone, that has no any shining effects. We have to cut the diamond in particular shape. Okay, diamond cutters, they are highly paid. So diamond you have to cut in such a way that once the light goes inside, remain there due to continuous total internal reflection. So diamonds of different refractive indexes are available, and their cost is also decided by that. So normally we are getting diamond or refractive index around 2.42. For diamond, refractive index is 2.42. You have to multiply for diamond. Refractive index is 2.42. For diamond, refractive index is 2.44 approximately. So n equal to 1 by sine c. The value of c can be calculated from this equation, and it is coming to 24.4 degrees. So the light once goes inside the diamond and try to come outside at an angle greater than this, then light will not come outside. It will remain inside the diamond and continues total internal reflection. So the light will be trapped inside. It is undergoing total internal reflection inside. So light goes from out and enter inside the diamond, and the sides they are cut in such a way that when it try to come outside from diamond to air, and measure the angle will be greater than this angle. So it cannot come outside. It undergoes TIR and goes to other surface. There also no way kahin nahi ja sakte bahar, so the light will remain inside. So this is the reason for the brilliance of diamond. Sparkling of diamond is due to multiple total internal reflection and critical angle for this 24.4 degree. This is application number 1. Application number 2, very important one. Application number 2, very important for all types of examination. If we want to turn the image through 90 degree or 180 degree without any change in the intensity, we can do that by using some kind of prism. They are called right-angled isosceles prism, and they are based on total internal reflection. They are very important. Right-angled isosceles glass prisms can be used to turn the image through 90 degree or 180 degree. Okay, and they are based on total internal reflection. So without any change in intensity, if you want to turn inverted image to erect image 180 degree, we can turn. There is no problem. So that is totally reflecting glass prism. Very important one. Totally reflecting glass prism. They are right-angled isosceles prisms. Right-angled isosceles prism. Usually we take glass refractive index is 1.5, 1.52. Well, good quality glass, then refractive index is coming 1.52. So totally reflecting glass prism. Next topic. Totally reflecting glass prisms. They are right-angled isosceles glass prism. Right-angled isosceles glass prism. And usually refractive index is, you can take it as n equal to 1. But n is equal to 1 by sin c. The value c already calculated about 41 points. Okay, about 41.12 approximately, you can take it as nearly 40. So critical angle, you take it as 42 degree for glass to air interface. In this kind of prism, we make the angle of incidence equal to 45 degree. So in totally glass prism, I is made equal to 45 degree, which is of course greater than say 42 degree, but we are making it as 45 degree angle of incidence. So the light ray undergoes total internal. So mainly there are 2 cases, one more case we can extend. So 3 cases we learn the diagrams. Okay. So totally reflecting glass prisms are right-angled isosceles glass prisms. Or refractive index, you can take it as 1.5. The critical angle is near equal to 45 degree, but here we are making the angle of incidence is equal to 45 degree. We'll see on the diagram. And such kind of prisms are used for what? They can turn the image through 90 degree or 180 degree. There will be no change in the intensity. Okay. So first case, the image is turning through 90 degree. Very important one. And numericals are also important on the side. So this is your first right angle isosceles. 90, 45, 45. Suppose you are getting the object here. This is your object A. B is your object. Examination, this kind of diagram will be given to you and you are asked to complete the diagram. What will happen in this case? This is a glass made of refractive index 1.5. Critical angle already calculated. That is about 40. Critical angle is 40. What TAR critical angle should be, that means the angle of incidence should be greater than. So one ray of light from A This is the surface. It is normal at this point. So without any bend, it goes and reaches the other surface. It goes straight and reaches it. This is the point here. At the point P, the point P are marking here, do a normal to the point P. The normal. What is the angle of incident at the point P? The angle between incident ray and normal. This is the normal. What is this angle of incidence? This is 45 degrees, this is 90 degrees, so it is 45. And it is a normal, perpendicular the angle 90 degree. 45 and 45. This angle is 45. The angle of incidence is here, 45 degree, greater than critical angle. So light ray will not go other side. It cannot refract under TLR by obeying the laws of reflection. Angle of incidence equal angle of reflection. So it will be coming here by obeying the laws of reflection, which is here. The angle is also 45 degree. So one PAR is taking place here at the point P. Cannot go to here. When it reaches here and the space, it is a normal instance. So without any change in the path, it comes down. So without any change in the path, it comes here and reaches the point. This is ray number 1. So this is the place of the path for first ray. Similarly, one more ray I am going to make. Another ray coming from here to recognize the second ray to have a path we want to get. Again, it is a normal instance. From here, it is going straight and reaches the point here. Again, at the point Q, by normal. So this is a big triangle getting 45 and 90. So this angle is also 45 degree, and this is normal 90 45. So this is also equal to. So here angle of incidence is again 45 degree. Angle of incidence is again 45 degree. So it undergoes I is equal to 48 greater than critical angle. So the ray undergoes total reflection by the ray and it reaches. First ray corresponding to point A, so its image is A dash. Second ray corresponding to the point B should be that. That image has turned to an angle 90 degree. It was like this. So it is turned. So if your image is keeping in another format, it will turn through 90 degree according to the situation. So image has turned 90 degree. For 90 degree rotation, 1 PAR plus. So the image has turned through an angle 90 degree and it undergoes 1 PAR. This is the tracing of the rays. So totally reflecting glass prisms. First case 1, the image has turned through 90 degree and the diagram is like this. How can you turn the image through 90 degree? By using a totally reflecting glass prism, so that. So this will be the case. Second one, we have to turn the image through 180 degree. So you have to change the position of prism. Okay, you have to just change the position of the prism, then it can turn through 180 degree. We will see that. So in this arrangement, we are going to place the prism in such a way that this angle is 90 degree. We arrange the prism in this way. This is 90 degree and this is 45 degree and this is also 45 degree. Right angle, isosceles glass prism. The location is changed. Position of prism is changed. And same object you can keep here. This is your object AB. Object is still there. Prism position we are changing. First ray from the head of A. This is here normal. No problem. It can go straight and reach to this point. Say P. At the point P from the normal. This angle is 45 degrees. This is 90 degrees. So this angle is 45. So this angle of incidence is also 45 degrees. So I is here made equal to 45 degrees. We get that the decline as 1 to TIR at the point P. So it comes here at this point P. After 1 TIR, after undergoing TIR at the point P, it reaches the point Q. Go normal to the point Q again. After the point. So this angle is again 45 degrees. This angle is again 45 degrees. So therefore, it undergoes one more TIR. Second TIR is taking place at the point Q, and after reflection, it is coming here straight, and then the straight it will turn the point here. So you are getting here, and first ray is coming here at this point. So that is edge. So we consider for the second ray is to be considered. First one TIR. As before, angle of incidence is 45 degrees. A 45, 90, A 45, the remaining angle is because of normal is 45 degrees. They are same thing is taking place here. Second ray of light. From here to aeroplanes to Bacchanates, again goes straight from here, first surface straight, reaching the point here, R. Again, same way, normally speed, I is 45 degrees, undergoes one TIR at the point and reaches the point here. Reaches the point S, again draw the normal there. This angle of incidence is again 45 degrees, undergoes one more TIR from here and reaches the point here. And normal and comes out. And this will be join them, add nature, add nature, and open. So this is A head, now head nature. We can see that image has turned through an angle 180. So for 180 rotation, we require 2 TAR. So image has turned to 180 degrees. So total internal reflection power. Two total internal reflection. So two total internal reflection and image has turned through an angle 180. So these are the two main diagrams, very important. Next one more diagram is there. Again, we are changing the position of totally reflecting glass prisms and image will again turn to 180 degree. That's the next diagram. I think all of you are completed this diagram. These are very, very important locations of the object will be given to position of the prism as per you have to draw the diagram. So check the position of the prism. Okay, depending upon the location, the image will turn through 90 or 180. Next, if you want to turn the image through 180 degree along the same line, image is kept here. It is like this, and in the same line, it has to be inverted. Same line. So then we see the diagram like this. We can see the diagram. So we keep the prism like this. Magnetic. But here it undergoes not only TIR, it undergoes ordinary refraction also. Suppose your object is here, it is here AB. One ray of light comes to the surface, undergoes ordinary refraction, rare tensor bent toward the normal, and reaches to this point. At this point, you can go a normal. This is critical angle 45 degree. And from here, it undergoes PAR. At the point, same one, as E. And I is made 45, greater than critical angle, 1 PAR is taken at E, and reaches this point. And after that, it undergoes ordinary refraction and comes to this point. Another ray of light coming from the bottom, second ray, undergoes ordinary refraction and reaches the point, say Q here. Angle of incidence again 45 degree greater than theta. From here, PAR will increase and goes to upper part here, second ray. From there, it undergoes ordinary refraction and comes in. So first ray is here, image head here, and second ray is coming to the bottom, going to the top, and it will be V dash. So image will be inverted like this, that will turn to 180 degree. Image aspect to 180 degree undergoes 1 PAR, but 2 normal type of refractions are taken. And in that set, you can see that. So to see the diagram, nice, we can remove the top part. Okay, for when you design prism, it will be like this. Upper part, just cut and remove the diagram. Look like this. The image has turned here through 180 degree. The location will be like this, but it undergoes ordinary refraction, so slight change will be there in the intensity. So these are the 3 different types of diagrams broadly reflecting glass prisms. Next application is most important application, is very frequently repeated question: what is optical fiber? Nowadays, in the communication system, we are using optical fiber or high-speed internet. Okay, we are using optical fiber, not ordinary kind of cables. So, what is the principle behind optical fiber? Okay, it can also be used in the medical purpose, to go to the inaccessible part of the human body. Okay, if we want to see inside the stomach, etc., any ulcer, okay, we can use optical fiber that you have to put inside. It goes in, you have to swallow the pipe, small pipe is there, you have to swallow. When it goes inside, it gets the image. So we can, that is especially we call it as endoscopy. Endoscopy. This point will be discussed tomorrow. Thank you, all of you.